What up, folks? Welcome back. It's been a long time. It's good to see you. This is a Patreon request video for Sultan. We're doing Rebellion by Otto. I'm excited. Let's go. Oh, yeah. This one's super fun. God, the drum set tuning is really nice. Those look like... We'll talk about it in a second. Okay. The introduction is quite nice. Feels very pop rocky. First and foremost, the first thing I noticed was the resonance and tone on the... I mean, this is a drummer thing. Like, you probably don't care about it, but just listen to the toms. They ring forever. Ding, 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 ding. I personally love that. It doesn't matter. That's just a preference thing. The pop rock approach is cool musically, but first, hold on. As I scroll, Autobots, Decepticons, Transformers, anybody, old people in the chat, like, especially, wait, where is this one? Yeah, like that one especially. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It just reminded me of my childhood. Okay, pop rock approach. Everybody, including Otto vocals, from bass, guitar, drums, vocals on top. We're just outlining this progression and really just kind of sticking with it. We're not stepping outside of the lines. I'm sure as the song goes on, the track will develop. But I'm so used to her musicians and the way the track is programmed to be just so busy. It's kind of nice to have more of like a rock approach. It just feels very different. As we drop right here, and you know what I'm saying? Way different. I dig it though. All right, here we go. Verse. Nice phrasing. There it is. Listen to that snare drum. Wow. Oh, yeah. There it is. All right, we'll do the chorus too. Ooh. Tambourine is cutting. There it is. That's what I'm talking about. I love it all, though. We don't need to have all those notes all the time. I love the difference from that pop rock call introduction. Then we get into the verse, we get the chorus, and it's like a callback within the chorus. That's super cool. Okay, I'm not surprised at all. We're very familiar with Otto at this point and always have. You know what? That's probably kind of... That must be kind of weird to have your audience have super high expectations all the time. That's got to be stressful. But whatever. This sounds really good. Okay, so check out the development within the verse compared to the introduction within the rhythms that are given to us within the melody, and just kind of the way that we keep following the same progression. So same chord progression that we got in the beginning, but now we get like it's obviously, you know, within the same, we're in the same house, but we've changed rooms and just added a little bit of rhythm to that to give it a little more spice. And it works really well because if we just did a really, really quick comparison, sorry to go back, but if you... And then we compare to right. You know what I'm saying? You take away the really loud vocals on top that are following with the bass player, and then you just add a little bit of that. Suddenly it feels so different. Yet mathematically, as far as like where the music is, it's the same. We've just changed the way we're approaching and playing, and that's just musician stuff, which is very cool. But it works out really nicely. And then, of course, I love her like aggressive. That's not even on a normal vocalist. We would say that's kind of more of an aggressive part. It's not though, because compared to her range, she does. Yeah, that's not the right word choice at all. We'll just say this part where we have the descending vocal lick. listen to how the drummer just really goes into a straight up rock beat. And the snare drum at this point is just singing. Again, not really super important things for the average audience, but if you're into that kind of stuff, it just sounds so beautiful. Here's the flip, 2, 3, and. For me, I nerd out for that kind of stuff because it fits so well. Because on that descending lick, vocally with this nice little harmony going on, we get little. I mean, I said it was aggressive beginning. It's just because the way that she filled into that was, you know, there was like a little bit of a bite, and then it goes away. But we know it's coming though. So I don't know if you've never listened to Otto before. That part might have been like, oh wow, she's going somewhere with that. But we know that it goes extreme most of the time. Bass player feels like the playing of the pick right here, has some different tones. Sorry, not different tones, just kind of a different timbre with what we're going on. That's 47. If we go back to 37 and just grab this again and just appreciate it. Keep going. We'll get into the chorus drop here. I just want to point out the cleverness of the different kind of like almost a borderline halftime breakdown and the kit player right there versus the most low end intensity. Like whoosh, vocals really go to a minimum. Drum set player gets to say a couple things, and then we're going to drop into the chorus. So I appreciate the small little varieties there. And we drop. That's a cool way to phrase that. 1, 2, 3, 4, second 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, blues lick. You know, I mean, obviously I can't sing it, but you can identify what's going on. I'm always a fan of her phrasing and design. Here we go. Grab it again. Here it is. And ooze. Fun design, got space, and then we're gonna drop in, and it's gonna be a lot more aggressive. Meanwhile, the rhythm section just underneath playing you a German polka beat. Not really, because the only reason I say that. Okay, this quick story. I took 2 weeks off of listening to normal music because I went through Germany, Austria, France, and Switzerland the last 2 weeks, just family vacation, and I wanted to reset. And I listen to Otto every day normally. So I come back to this, I'm like, oh yeah, this is killer. I just heard a lot of different things. And I just need to make a video on this family German polka band show I went to. It was out of control in a great way. It was just so different. But anyway, the vocal phrasing on top of what's going on in the rhythm section is super cool. It always is. It must be stressful as an artist and producers that the audience, I feel like Otto's audience has such high musical expectations all the time because we're spoiled all the time. We get used to all this great stuff happening. Anyway, I will be quiet about that. Let's go back 10 seconds and keep jumping into this. It's cool design. Yeah, that's cool. So that's kind of like the pinnacle, our arrival of those rhythms. Bum, bum, ba, dun, dun. Now we have like that's really built up of the same. It's like we're getting to the kind of the peak of the rhythm mountain there because all those rhythms are pretty much related to what's going on there. Because I mean, the math is pretty simple, but it's cool design though. You know, like what if she would have started the chorus with that rhythm instead? That's not what happened. We have like an ascension. We arrive, and those kind of things really matter. You don't really think about that when you're kind of just jamming out and dancing around and listening to it, but these are all very purposeful phrasing choices and just the listening experience that you're going to get. It's very cool. Very bluesy. Oh yeah. Listen to the tambourine player. That is cutting completely through the track. That works really well. I mean, it's going to because we have some background vocals there that are obviously a lot softer, but it's a really smart design to bring that in our kind of like high-end percussion here. Oh, I didn't even. Cool. Obviously, the bass player gets super busy at the end. I didn't hear. It's either synth lines or guitar lines that are going against that. I kind of was nerding out, like, oh wow, tambourine. Tamborine's not that special. It just worked really well there. There's a lot of good communication between either synth or guitar, and then the bass finishes that phrase, and then we go into the next chunk. So ignore the tambourine, ignore the vocals. We obviously know that bump, 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 ba-da, bump, ba-da-da-da. That rhythm is so prevalent here. Just check out what's going on, like within the middle of the mixer. That's cool. Multi-character singing. Snare drum, man. Effective use of rhythm change. Huh. Very cool. How many key changes? Are there 4 key changes right there? That's amazing. Okay, cool. Whatever it was, let's go back and check it out. Super effective use of a lot of simple ideas. Just key changes are very simple, right? A lot of pushes and a lot of really good uses of pulling everything back in. Boom, boom, just giving us this. I would not have thought that's where we would go within the song, but we did. Really, really great production design choices. Let's grab it again. This is like, just ignore the voice for a second. Boom. Almost like polyrhythm, like you know what I'm talking about? Like you just have such a short little staccato thing going on in bass here, and then little digital implementations. Like we got some like fake kick drums going on, but we understand like the purpose of it, but it's super groovy and completely unrelated to what we had earlier. So this is very cool. Yet all within the same. We're still in the same house as far as like harmonics and stuff, but harmonically speaking, but we've gone upstairs for sure. All right. Obviously, we'd be kind of weird not to mention. Well, we already know this. We know she has multiple. She can do lots of character voices that manipulate the listening experience of the song probably better than anyone that I've ever heard. Now, granted, the world is a big place, and there's not enough lifetime to know everyone that does music. But for me, and what I listen to, this is the best person I've heard do so many just varieties of what I'm listening to vocally. So let's grab this again. Just ignore all the cool grooves that are underneath. Just listen to the vocals. I feel like I'm listening to 3 people sing right there and then finish out the phrase together all by themselves. It's fascinating. It's very interesting. Obviously, it's quite familiar. We've had that phrasing before. Everything feels a little bit more explosive now. Again, I'm going to compliment the tone of the snare drum. We talked about that earlier, but this is the only spot where it really, really cuts that much, and they're giving us that boom, ba, and it fits so well under that descending lick. Granted, we already mentioned that, but let's keep going. That's fascinating. There was one little moment of tick, tick, tick. We got one little triplet where I really thought they're going to kind of move to a more of that kind of groove, but they don't. But it's implied. It's enough to be like a ghost with any of that. Like it's just implied a little bit to grab that. I think the best part of that the whole thing, this part is a really cool design. Where does it cut out? I really like that. Yeah, we have a full just moment. There's just a beat there. That's gone. And it resets everything. It's a complete palette reset. And you're going to be like, what's going on here? Now, those of you that are friends of the channel, you know I'm not reading lyrics. I'm listening with my ears. I'm reading with my ears. the meaning of the song is lost on me. That's okay, because this channel is about just layered listening of what's going on within the production. Y'all can fill me in. Palette resets obviously can completely relate to the story, and I'm sure that it does. But as far as a musical device, it's very, very effective, because you got to sit forward in your chair. Like, what's going to happen? And I don't think anyone was thinking that we're going to come out of the amount of sound that we had. We'll do it one more time, and then suddenly just have boom, 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 just solely get us that. Again, we're still in the same house. We're still within the same chord progression. We're about to have a lot of key changes, but I for one, was definitely not expecting this technique to be used right here. It's very cool. Rhythms of the vocals, very cool against that. Typical build here. That bass. So we're ascending, we're changing keys, we're going, we're going to jump in here for a moment, and we get the obligatory. I like it when she does this effect, kind of the that. Oh, nice callback harmony there. Cool. This is interesting. See, there's that Autobots Decepticon look again. I listen to Auto every day normally, aside from my 2-week trip that I just had. It's so cool. I really like this song because we got so much variance from the band. I get super spoiled with her bass player. There's so much stuff happening all the time. Sometimes it's this, and I mean this in a compliment. Sometimes it's hard to listen to her songs because there's so many good musical things happening at once. If you don't do a layered listening and multiple listens, you can't possibly catch everything. I would, most folks, you listen to the first time, you're listening to her because, she's the vocalist. That's where the majority of the ears go. Obviously, your friend of channel, that's my ears go a lot of different places. But her track designs, the team involved gives us so much cool musical. There's a reason I listen to it. I'm just trying to say, I'm paying a compliment. There's a reason I listen every day. There's so much stuff going on. So I didn't expect that track to have so much variance. So that was very enjoyable. Anyway, that's what I think about it. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below, please, and thank you.